Welcome to Andy's Garage. I'm Andy Phillips. Today I kind of have a special video that I wanted to do. Just an overall follow-up on the Dodge Neon that I did a lot of work to about a year and a half ago. We're actually getting ready to head out now to the Vehicle Emissions Inspection Center to get this thing tested, and I'm going to explain in a minute how that ties into the work that I did. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, basically what had happened, if you've been following any of the progress with this Dodge Neon, things that I had to do, I had to replace the ECU. The original computer had gone up on it. So basically I had two Neons at the time, and one of them was just pretty much being trashed, but it had a good computer system and all the corresponding components were good as well. So what I did is I gutted those out, took out the ECU, took out the skim, which is a Sentry key immobilizer, took out the ignition lock cylinder, and then obviously the corresponding key with the chip that goes with all that. So that way everything would communicate together and the car would work. If you want to know how to replace any of those parts, if you want to know kind of how they work, I explained all that in older videos that I did. I'll be having links across this video, throughout this video. You can click on those to any of those components to see how to replace them and what they do. To make a long story short, every 2 years here in the state that I live in, we have to do the Vehicle Emissions Inspection Program. My time is up. I need to take it in. This is the first time I'm taking it in since I did all that work to the computer system. Now, I never had the computer system flashed and reprogrammed with the VIN of this car that it went into. Because since I changed out all the corresponding components, that was never an issue because everything communicated properly since the skim was programmed with the VIN to match the ECU. The key was chipped to match that skim through the ignition lock cylinder, so everything worked fine, the car started fine, that was never an issue. And to be honest, I wanted to avoid having to pay a dealer to go ahead and reprogram it because I don't have the tools to do that for a Chrysler product. So my only concern is now that I'm taking it in, they're gonna plug into the OBD2 port to get the reading on the car. All the data as far as the performance of the car, any issues with the emissions, all that is accurate because that's actually being pulled from this particular vehicle. I've been tracking it with my own Bluetooth OBD2 scanning device. Every time I drive the vehicle, I do a live scan, make sure everything's fine. The car's running excellent, which by the way, I will be doing a review of that Bluetooth scanner in upcoming videos. But my only concern is that if they just plug into the port and fail to look at the VIN number on the car itself to see that that matches the document that I received, then they're going to get the VIN of the old car. That might pose a problem. So we're headed there now. I'm going to run the test, see how it goes. I wanted to just film it, keep everyone in the loop, because if it does go through fine, which I'm hoping it does, then this can save people a lot of money of having to get it reprogrammed if you really don't need to. So we're driving there now, and I'll be pretty much following the progress. So let's see what happens. I was hoping to have less traffic leaving early like I did, but it's a little bit. Nothing major, but still hitting some lights. All right, we are approaching. Okay. And here we are. Let's give this thing a shot. Let's see what happens. We're next in line. There's not many people here. I'm coming here early in the morning, just after 7 o'clock. That way it beat the rush. Sometimes if you come here later in the day, you got a ton of cars to deal with. So I'm hoping I can get in and out because I still got to head into work. So we're next. We'll see what happens. I'll keep you all posted. And you can see there, overall result passed, good for 2 years. Okay, so I'm leaving now. Good news is I passed. So to answer the question that I had since the day I swapped out the whole computer system on this car. Having the VIN from another vehicle on that computer has nothing to do with this emissions, because all they did is they did a physical check on my VIN itself on the dash, which obviously matched the paperwork. They scanned into the computer, everything checked out fine, so I passed. I am out of here. So that pretty much wraps this up for this video on whether or not an unflashed or reprogrammed ECU will affect your emissions test. So the answer is no, it did not. I hope this video helped you out and was informative. Please send me any questions, any comments. I would love to hear from you. As always, I appreciate all the support. Please like the video, subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you next time.